Good morning, Valley. Today on Valley por Vida, we've got a lot in store for you. Now, we will be learning about a Hollywood film produced by an RGV native, how it's helping educate the community in a unique way. We've also got details on proper sanitization amid the pandemic, plus info on how to stay safe while on the road and avoid digital distractions. Now, there's so much going on, so don't go anywhere. Valley por Vida starts right now. Hi there, and thanks again for joining us this morning. I'm your host, Danielle Banda. Well, an RGV native is making big waves in the film industry with a new film that not only inspires Latina women, but helps educate the public. And our team caught up with one of the actresses in the film for exclusive details. Go ahead and take a look at this week's Generation Inspiration segment.
Hi everybody, good morning. My name is Idalia Valles. I'm here talking on behalf of the cast and crew of For Rosa, playing on HBO. It's a short film based on the sterilization of women of color in the 1970s. It's based on a real life story. These are fictional characters based on real life people. And I'm just so honored to tell such an important story that people need to learn about, so that these cases stop happening, because as we all know today, they are still happening. And it's something that we need to stop. So this story will be on HBO for the next 2 years. So go over there and check it out. You know, there's a bunch of great stuff with this short film. So 7 of the 9 department heads are run by women, which I think is an amazing thing to say right now in Hollywood entertainment industry. And everyone put, their little part in. It was all such a big group project. Our director, Kat Boyd-Baston, worked endlessly and tirelessly to honor these women and to get this story right. We have an amazing cast. Melina Bobadilla, which you can see her on this new season of Gentified. You can see her on Orange is the New Black. We have Rick Mancia, and me, us three lead the movie. And it was just such a nice teamwork effort. Everyone just really bonded, and we were able to tell the story in a really beautiful way. We have an amazing producer, Chuy Martinez, which you can see on the radio. He's a big LA personality, and he's been helping us throughout this whole entire journey to be able to, keep pushing this movie forward so an audience like you can watch the movie. I think an important message to take away from this movie is that we have power. Women of color have power, and to not be silenced by being scared. If something happens to you, speak up, and there is a community out there that will help you, will back you up, and will fight for you. And we are still, to this day, even though this happened in the 1970s, we are still fighting for these women, and we will not let their stories go unheard. And I just want all women and people of color to know that they should not be scared. Moving forward, we're always there to back them up and to help them, and to support each other. Everybody, please come and support watching For Rosa. It will be streaming on HBO for 2 more years. So please come check it out. And we invite you to come to our social media pages and let us know what you think. We love hearing all about your comments, and we'll be interacting with you on there. For Rosa. So For Rosa is directed by Catherine Boyd-Baston, produced by Ashley Flores, produced by Chuy Martinez, starring Melina Bobadilla, Rick Mancia, and me, Idalia Valles. It will be on HBO, For Rosa. Please go watch, enjoy, and if you have any comments, we would love to have you on our Instagram and our Facebook, and let us know what you think, and we will be there interacting with you. Thank you so much ahead of time for watching. Please have a nice day.
The hope is that this film will inspire people in our community as well as strong Latina women in general. Now, to lend support for the film, be sure to follow For Rosa on Instagram and use the hashtag #ForRosaHBO when you do. The film will be on the channel for a while, and we hope that you can watch it. Well, with COVID-19, it's important to use good products and properly disinfect your home, office, business, school, or work areas. And as an effective disinfectant remains one of the most powerful weapons against the fight in this pandemic, as well as against other infectious diseases. So today we're introducing you to one product that can help keep you and your family safe.
Hi, my name is Rain Guest, and I'm the founder and CEO of Our Water. And today we're going to have a discussion about a 1-minute disinfectant. Our Water was actually founded in Texas back in 2012. And we have a patented device that makes a one-step healthcare grade disinfectant and all-purpose cleaner out of salt water. And the disinfectant has a 1-minute contact time. It's actually effective against COVID in under 20 seconds. Sounds like a long time, but when you compare that to most of the products in the market that take 10 minutes, it's a very short amount of time. One of the main benefits of the products is that they're non-toxic. So many of the products, disinfectants and cleaners contain respiratory irritants. And for people that are fighting asthma, COPD, and COVID, which is a respiratory illness, you really want to avoid products that can, cause additional respiratory irritation. Let's talk about disinfectants in general, right? There's so many different kinds of them. There's one-step disinfectants where you actually have to clean the surface before you use them. There's disinfectants, most of them take 10 minutes to work, which means that you would actually have to keep a surface wet for 10 minutes with that product in order for it to do its job. And what most people don't realize is for it to actually stay wet for 10 minutes, you usually have to reapply those products 2 or 3 times for that to happen. So what's been happening during the pandemic is the EPA put out this List N, and they just told people this blanket statement, hey, use a product that's on the List N. Well, nobody really knows how to use those products correctly though. So as a society, we are conditioned to just spray and wipe surfaces, right? But if you spray and wipe surfaces, you're not giving the product enough time to work. So basically, we really haven't been killing COVID on surfaces effectively. And we're also a society that touches surfaces. That's why washing our hands is so important. So if we have pathogens left behind on surfaces, whether it's COVID, cold, flu, MRSA, any of those other nasty bugs, when we touch those surfaces and then touch our face, because studies show that we touch our faces an average of 23 times an hour, we are going to potentially get sick from those left behind pathogens. So surface disinfection is just really extremely important. And when you have a product that has a shorter contact time, you can make it happen a lot faster. So in like schools and different places, can you imagine if we actually had to wait between classes 10 minutes for somebody to disinfect a surface? It wouldn't happen. Or if when somebody was disinfecting your office, if you couldn't sit at your desk for 10 minutes because you had to wait for a product to sit wet there for 10 minutes, it just doesn't happen. At the grocery store, when you go and grab your grocery cart, do you actually wait 10 minutes for that product to sit on the handle? No, nobody does. So we just need a better education process for disinfection in general, especially during a global pandemic. Well, we've had really good results. Some of our schools that have been using us since last year, they've remained in school full-time, learning in person, and they're not having COVID outbreaks. Car dealerships that are using us, before they implemented the technology, people were out sick all the time. Since they've started using it, nobody's out sick anymore. I guess it could be a coincidence, but most likely it's because we're actually effectively killing the germs. And the CDC is the first to say, germs don't move themselves, right? We have to move them, and whether they're moving by surfaces on equipment, whether they're moving because we're touching surfaces that have them, with our hands, and then we're moving them with our hands to other surfaces. Just think about face masks. We sit our face masks on these surfaces all the time in restaurants, on counters, and then we put it up to our face all day. And our eyes, nose, and mouth, that's how we get sick, by introducing germs into those passageways. So disinfection is so important.
Again, this 1-minute disinfectant is non-toxic and has been on the front lines helping kill the virus and fight off diseases. If you'd like more information on our water, feel free to visit ourwater.com. All right, well, it's time now to take a commercial break, and then we've got to look at your local weather updates. But stay tuned because Valley por Vida will be back. And we'll be talking about safe driving, specifically tips on how to avoid distractions while on the road. That info and more coming up.